Hey, what's up? This is a video about Bird Box, isn't it? Ooh, look at that. I cut up a pair of Scooby-Doo boxers for a bit. So, in case you didn't know, this video is about Bird Box. It's gonna be a little bit different. I'm not like scripting anything. It's just kind of me talking about it. I don't know how I feel about Bird Box. As like most movies, I watched it and I came out of the movie thinking, okay, like it's good. I liked it. Let's rate it on Letterboxd. And like that was it. I didn't really think about Bird Box or what I thought about the movie for a couple of days after that. Bird Box, if you've been living under a box, if you've been living under a rock for the past month, Bird Box is a movie that came out right before Christmas, and everyone watched it. It blew up on the internet, and I think mostly it was just because of like the perfect time it came out. It seemed like everybody and their family watched it Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and it was just like this cultural explosion where I remember watching it Christmas Day, or I guess Christmas night, after the family got home and everything, and everyone was talking about it on Twitter. Like, I didn't expect it. I thought it was some random movie that came out on Netflix. I'll give you the rundown really quick. Bird Box is a horror movie where Sandra Bullock plays a woman who is living through like a post-apocalyptic scenario where you see this monster and you kill yourself. I don't know how I feel about it at all. Like, I liked the performances. Like, John Malkovich was pretty good. Lil Ray Howery was pretty good. I didn't know until this morning, but I guess Machine Gun Kelly was that guy. I guess I didn't recognize him. Sandra Bullock was good. Sarah Paulson was good. Everyone, I mean, all the performances were pretty tight. I didn't dislike any of them. I've said multiple times that I like Bird Box more than I like A Quiet Place. And I think that's just because a lot of people would say you can't compare them. They're two different movies, but they're like they're sort of the same. Like, just, I don't know. I feel like they're in the same sort of vein of movies. But Bird Box, like, generally I came out of it thinking, okay, that was a decent movie. Well, Quiet Place just upset me after I saw it. A Quiet Place, just for the last third of it, turned into an action film. I think it would have been a lot better if, like, you didn't know the father was working on a hearing aid thing the whole time until the end. That would have been, I think, honestly, that one change would have made the movie a lot better for me. But we're not here to talk about A Quiet... We're not here to talk about A Quiet Place. We're here to talk about the Bird Box, right? Immediately coming out of Bird Box, aside from the fact that it was like obviously about motherhood and being afraid of being a mother, which I think was way too on the nose when she named her son and daughter boy and girl. I think that could have been a little bit more subtle. I think what would have made Bird Box a lot better in my mind is if the movie was cut together better. Like, I can't imagine that the script was written with all these time jumps in mind. So while I'm editing this video, I decided to look up if the script actually had the time jumps in the script or not, or if it was a product of editing. And I found the script online. I'll link it in the description. It definitely did have those written in there, which is super weird to me. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, keep watching the video. I would have enjoyed it being a much slower burn, and I feel like that it would have been a much slower burn if it was edited like together linearly like that, and there weren't a whole bunch of time skips and stuff like that. In addition to that, my ending, which, like, I swear there's an ending on here somewhere. Someone must have done it already. If the whole movie played out exactly like it did, I guess time skips and all, and then it ends with the children dying, or like the children, killing themselves for the monster, and then it cuts back to Sandra Bullock, like, sitting there in the car, seeing, and she just saw her worst fear. I think that would have made a much better movie, and that's honestly like what I thought was going to happen up until the movie ended. I think Bird Box is a telling from a different perspective of like the Christian rapture. That's definitely kind of what it came off to me a little bit. If you don't know, like it seemed like people killing themselves and like this monster making people kill themselves was just a analogy or like a different way of expressing God, telling people to like come to heaven, almost like a Left Behind sort of scenario. And I definitely got those vibes. Netflix apparently said that this was like an amazing success of a movie, and that billions of people watched it. And I don't know, that definitely seemed like that was just a great time to release a movie. Like I think Bright last year pulled similar numbers. That was also like we came home from from Christmas dinner and we watched a movie on Netflix, and that's just happened to be the movie we watched. So basically, I guess what I want you to come out of this video thinking is like, Joey doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to movies, for one, and for two, he doesn't know how to portray his thoughts in a coherent manner, and three, I should have just watched his video from last week again. Oh, and find out why you liked Bird Box, because I don't know why I did.